Hi everyone. So I think I have just achieved probably the biggest accomplishment I have done in Immortal and probably will do. I managed to reach free-to-play Legend PvP rank, and I want to talk a little bit about it. So I did make some videos talking about the PvP system, and there's some things really imbalanced about it. Everyone knows about the pay to win and how crazy that is, and I absolutely agree. So being free to play in those ranks, you are getting grinded from both sides, up and down, left and right, everything, and you just get crushed sometimes by some big whales. But I'm very happy to say that I managed to push through, and today we had the run pushing for almost entirely through Gold 5 all the way to the last rank. I am the overall number 2 monk on the server now, and I don't know, maybe number 10 or 15 or so of all classes, because there's a few other guys also chilling in Legend already, but probably not free to play. I'm not really sure if I'm the first free to play player to reach this, or I will most likely not be the only one. So I guess there's going to be more people, pushing forward and achieving the same. But for me personally, this was a big milestone. This was something I have been working towards for basically the last weeks, almost since release. So very early, I started pushing Battlegrounds in the first season already. So for most servers at least, it reset like a week ago. And I managed to reach Gold 4, which is 2 ranks away from Legend. And then there was the reset and I was really demotivated. I went in there and I saw the whales immediately blasting even in bronze ranks because everyone was back to low ranks. And I had to fight my way through, but I actually managed to get back to the same rank really quickly. And then it was just about the grind from Gold 4 to 5 and finally Legend. And it really slows down at that point. The thing is, I had a really high win rate almost all the time. I was hovering around 60% win rate. This is actually also what I finished with. I had over 200 games played or so with a 60% win rate, which I'm very proud of. So yeah, I think I was an asset to my team despite being very weak. And I managed to optimize my setup. I managed to play around the objectives. I managed to play around my weakness, trying to, distract enemies, bind stronger enemies to me, and, maybe kite multiple of them at the same time. I was trying to land crowd control at the right moments so that I can assist my team the most. I was trying to do calls about, where to push and all that kind of stuff. And it actually worked out. So this was a really rough uphill battle. And yeah, I'm quite glad that it's over at this point. So I've been spending 5 hours a day or so on average in Battlegrounds out of the 8 total that they are open. So usually I logged in at noon. I did the 2 hours of Battlegrounds there, and then I shut down my stream to come back 4 hours later to do the next Battleground window. And then I have the 2 hours of grinding in between for the dailies and stuff. And then another 1 or 2 hours of Battlegrounds. So this was my schedule for the last weeks, basically. And finally we are through. And with this, I'm finally able to, take a breather and have a sense of relief. Right before my final day of pushing, I actually had an insane lose streak that made me almost lose my entire motivation for this, because I felt I was kind of at the peak of my power compared to other players, like around 2-3 days ago when I hit Paragon 50. So I pushed for Paragon 50 to get the Gladiator tree, which is a big advantage in PvP, but almost everyone on these ranks has it anyway. And I was a little bit ahead of the curve on that. So I really tried to use those days to push, and all I did was D rank. It was horrible. And I was almost ready to give up because I felt I was just fall behind more and more as people catch up with Paragons, as people, pay to win more, as people get better gear than me, because I was barely grinding any loot, barely grinding any gaunts. I was just stagnating with my character's power, so to say. And yeah, I was almost ready to give up. But then we had a really good win streak all along. Basically today in the first Battleground window, I made over 150 rating again or something. It was insane, and I was halfway to Gold 5 or so. And then I pushed that a little bit further to 150 out of 200 rating on the last rank. So I only needed 50 rating, which is around 3 wins, if you're lucky, 2 wins. And this was the target for the last battleground window of the day. And we actually did that. So this is what you see in the background. That was the first run, and this is the second. I was attacking all 3 times, and I won all 3 runs. And if you know battlegrounds, attackers are at a pretty massive disadvantage. So I'd say that with equal teams, the attackers win maybe 40 to 45% of the time, and the defenders win like 55 to 60% of the time. It is quite unbalanced, because mostly of the second phase where you have to push the idols forward to unlock the final door to the heart. So this is usually the all-deciding stage of the battleground, and even sometimes when you are way ahead on kills as the attackers, you will lose because you can't push those idols. It depends a bit on the team compositions. It depends on, you know, how well your team can work together to coordinate an attack, take out the entire enemy team so that no one blocks the objective, and you can move forward. And then you have to constantly basically keep the respawn away from the idols. It's pretty tough, but most people that have played Battlegrounds will know this. The other problem that I had, being so weak as free-to-play player, is that I generally win very few points and I lose a lot of points. So I'm not exactly sure how the game calculates that, but I think it has to do with your kills or kill streaks and your assists, and maybe how we play around objectives and stuff, or maybe how much damage you deal in total. But in general, I noticed that on a typical win, I would gain somewhere like around 15, 20 rating or so. But on a typical loss, I would definitely lose like 25, 30, 35. So it was definitely, you know, not just against me in terms of my character's power, but also because of the rating differences. So I needed at least 1.5 wins or so to make up for a loss. And this means that despite my rather high win rate of 60%, it took forever to actually grind my way through the last 2 ranks. In general, I found the PvP in Immortal to be actually really fun, so I didn't expect I would like it that much. I hadn't actually done really any PvP in the alpha and beta, and I wasn't really planning to go really deep in PvP when the game launched, but I found it quite fun. It was like this objective-based gameplay that's a bit reminding of Overwatch, and I really like Overwatch actually, so I played it a lot in the past at least, and it just worked really well in this game. And the really, the bad factor was the pay to win, so that kind of tainted it. But even so, this was like an uphill battle, and this was something that, well, I'm kind of used to, I guess, from, for example, D3. So nothing new, and I just wanted to try to push through to Legend. I believe in terms of overall balancing, there's definitely a lot of work to be done for Blizzard to make it more fair, to reduce especially resonance scaling. I made a video about this long ago already. Maybe improve class balance a bit. For example, wizards are ridiculously strong right now with their beams and their crystals and these kind of things. And just in general, there's also a lot of bugs and laggy stuff going on. For example, with knockbacks, people just like fly all over the screen because they get pulled back from some desync. And sometimes on the PC client, at least, your skills will stop working, and then you have to, try to run away and press your skills again and all that stuff. So despite the game mode being overall quite fun, it also had a lot of frustration involved in it, especially towards the end, because I was always so close to finishing my goal. But here it is. I'm gonna leave you with the full last battleground, the third run of this last battleground window where I actually finished it. So you saw the first 2 victories, this is the third, and yeah, this is my biggest thing here in Immortal. So hope you guys like it. Also, I want to say a big thank you to everyone in my clan and also our allied clans and everyone who supported me along the way. So I felt a big rush actually hitting this legend rank. It was kind of like, clearing this rank 1 GR 150, feeling. I had sweaty hands. It was incredible. So, gonna leave you with that, and see you guys next time. TH, Barb, Wiz, Monk. We have Deadly Doom against us. TH, Barb. I have a lot of legends here. Okay, I have lots of DHs and Barbs.
I will not survive much longer. No, not yet. Not yet.
It's like half my server is in this battleground here. It's actually crazy. There's so many.
I am injured.
Alright. 9-4. Good. Break through this, yeah, before they all come in. Go, guys. No one is really pushing in. F. We had a good opening there. Oops.
My strength fails. I will not survive much longer.
Still looking fine.
No, not yet. Not yet.
We go left.
Let my fist unleash the sky's fury. My will falters.
Looking the Iowa cuties. Come on, we're close. Push it, guys. Bring him away. Yes! We push both sides at the same time! Wow! GG. 3 wins, 3 times attack. I can't believe we did it. It's done, guys. Unless half my team DCs now, that would be a bummer. Even before I get 7 rating. Come on. Yes! We did it! Yes! Oh. We did it, boys! Time to uninstall.
How much do you pay for this game, Woody?
How much did I pay? Let me check the currently up-to-date number. It says 0.00.
It's good.
60% win rate. Damn. We actually boosted it to 60 again. We had such an insane loss streak like 2 days ago, and then we just went up. Okay, this was my last battleground ever, guys. Cancel. The first time we pressed cancel. It was just 3 games now. The BG window just started, we did 3 times attack, 3 wins. Yeah, this is the last rank. So there's like the score now, so you can theoretically increase your rating. And then you have like this Legend 1, Legend 2, Legend 3. You know, there's like a ranking between the players, but it's the last rank, so this was the big goal here. We grinded through all of this. And we did it. Yeah, no, this is it, guys. I did my job here. We are legend, I'm not gonna touch this again. Well, thank you everyone.